Kevin, what do you like so far about the two unrestricted free agents that you guys brought in from the outside?
Well, I think we've added two players that are quality players and quality people. John Bostic has, had some injury issues prior to this season, but he put together a solid 2017 season, and he's a young player we still think is ascending. Morgan Burnett's a little bit older than John, but Morgan gives us nice versatility at the safety position, having played and started at free safety, strong safety, and having played nickel and even a dime linebacker. So the versatility that Morgan brings us, and still the potential upside that John Bostic gives us, and his versatility as well, I think can only help our defense.
Is it fair to say you're done in free agency, or should I steal a line from you and say that the door is always open?
The door is always open because we can't predict what will and won't happen from this point. There's still different things. Obviously, there's less free agents from the unrestricted group that are available, but again, as teams put their own teams together, they may put other players out, and if such players are put out, then we have to react accordingly.
The Steelers typically don't really go on that first wave of free agency. The standard is usually to wait till the second week, something you guys did this year. What goes into that method, and why has it worked for you guys?
Well, again, that varies year to year. We have been players in the early part previously. If you go back and look at James Ferrier and Jeff Hardings and even Mike Mitchell, we've made moves in that early period when we had the cap flexibility to do it. But when you don't, you just feel good about your own situation. And really, free agency for us starts when we sign our own players prior to free agency. That's a signing as well. And if we do that and we don't have the cap flexibility, then we'll just react accordingly.
You guys tagged Le'Veon Bell. Is the goal still a long-term contract if possible?
No question. I mean, Le'Veon is a great player. We'd love to have him be with us for the remainder of his career if we can find an agreeable contract solution to that. But again, that's something we're not dealing with right now. Again, not out of neglect to Le'Veon, but really just the need to take care of the current business first.
So when does that kind of pick back up, if it is a possibility to have both sides agree on something?
I think after free agency ends, you may even go through the draft and just see where your team stands, because the draft can change your own cap situation as well. We may get a player that we didn't think we were going to get. Maybe that creates an opportunity to terminate somebody else so as to be able to accommodate different cap specifications that may occur. But again, this thing changes daily, and we just try to monitor it and keep up as soon as possible and deal with things in an appropriate manner.
Another decision you guys have to weigh is picking up the 5th-year option for Bud Dupree. Have you made that yet? And if not, when would you make that decision?
Yeah, again, that's another issue that'll be taken care of at the appropriate time, which is the first week of May. We have to make that decision. But between now and that first week of May, our own roster can and will change.
What do you think of Bud, what he's been able to do so far in his career?
I think Bud is I don't think we've seen the best of Bud Dupree, not from a lack of effort or preparation. It's just from really some health issues have hindered him along the way. He's continuing to grow in that position. And I think with him on one side and TJ on the other, those two will continue to grow, and I think they're going to complement each other. You saw signs of that last year, and I think you're going to continue to see growth and development in both of those players.